Max Mayfield, the survivor who literally runs on sound. Now, Max is a very important addition to the crew because she's kind of different than everybody else. Everyone else kind of enters into this whole thing fresh. Max has already been kind of scratched up. So she isn't written to necessarily be charming. She's written to be truthful and true to what trauma actually does to a person. True to how a survivor rewires their own behavior. True to the kind of strength that doesn't announce itself. So she enters Hawkins already armored up. Her sarcasm is sharp. Her trust is rationed. She has escape plans already. It's not because she's cold, but she's already learned early that adults don't save you. Systems sometimes don't protect you, and sentimentality doesn't stop violence. Max survived by self-government. She doesn't ask permission. She doesn't overshare. She doesn't perform pain so others can feel comfort around it. She makes her abrasive to people who need emotion explained. But she's invaluable to a story that understands how damage actually works. So this is Max, like just really stripped down. This is survival trauma. This is not a motivational poster. Her independence is an attitude, it's adaptation. Her bluntness isn't cruelty, it's efficiency. Her distance isn't apathy, she's setting boundaries that she needs to control. She represents a kid who learned that silence can be safer than honesty, movement can be safer than stillness, and isolation can feel preferable to just straight vulnerability. And this is what makes her dangerous, not because she's violent, but she won't lie about how bad things are. Now, the skateboard, this says a lot about her. This is not just a character quirk, it's her philosophy. Movement equals safety, speed equals agency, and balance equals survival. All the stuff we see in that. So when Max is moving, she's in control. When she's forced to stop, the walls close in. And this is why season 4 hurts so much, because the story doesn't just threaten her life, it removes her primary coping mechanisms. She's trapped, she's slowed, she's isolated. This is everything Vecna wants from her. Now, music is at the core of her survival, and this is the part that people miss if they treat music as just aesthetics in the background. For Max, music is not taste, it's not nostalgia, it's not even vibes, it's regulation. So this is what the headphones mean. She's always got the headphones on. This is a boundary between her and the world. This is control over emotional output and a way to step outside of the intrusive thoughts without verbalizing them. So silence is actually danger to Max. Silence is when silence gets in, the guilt gets louder. In silence, Billy's shadow grows again. In silence, self-blame starts to loop endlessly. So music replaces the silence with actual structure. A beat becomes a borrowed heartbeat. A melody becomes an anchor. And this is why she clings to it so fiercely. And this is why Running Uphill really matters. This song isn't random, ironic, or retro bait. It reflects Max perfectly. It's about wanting relief without erasure, about trading places without confession, about understanding pain without having to explain it. And Vecna attacks through isolation, through convincing the victims that they're alone inside of their suffering. What music does for Max is it connects her to memory, to emotion, and identity, not magically, but neurologically, right? Her songs don't just save her, they re-anchor. And we see in that scene visibly, it was leading her back to the real world, back to Lucas and the source of the music. So music means, no music means she doesn't have an anchor, not a tether. And that means that Vecna has the ability to really overcome her. Now, the headphones visually is very deliberate message that she wears a headphone, that she's present, but I'm kind of unreachable. It's not being rude, but it's self-defense. She withdraws not because she doesn't care, but because caring without protection hurts more than loneliness. And music lets her engage with the world on her own terms. Now, Vecna doesn't choose any victim randomly. He hunts for internal collapse. Max, unfortunately, is drowning in it. She's got survivor's guilt over Billy, rage that she doesn't know how to express, a belief that she kind of deserves the punishment. So she doesn't scream because of her grief. She compresses it, and that makes her visible to him. Her near-death experience isn't just a horror spectacle, it's an intervention, and the story forces her to confront what happens when her coping mechanisms fail. And that's what happens when she lets others help reinforce it. That difference of having that support. So she's essential to the story because she kind of dismantles the lie about how strength is loud. She proves that you can be angry and still love deeply. You can be guarded and still be incredibly loyal. You can survive trauma without becoming cruel. And she isn't heroic because she wins fights. She's heroic because she chooses to exist. That even existence can feel unbearable. She fights to keep it. And that's a harder victory than punching a monster. And the undertone is that quietly she fits this wounded runner archetype. She's not the chosen one. She's not the warrior king, queen. She's not the divine avatar. She's the one who keeps moving so annihilation doesn't catch her. So she's using sound to defy death, like shamans who use rhythm to cross dangerous inner terrain. She doesn't defeat the monster with strength. She figures out how to defeat it with frequency. And I think that's going to be very important before this is all said and done. So Max Mayfield isn't designed to comfort the audience. She's designed to recognize them, especially the ones who learn young how to survive quietly with the headphones on, feeling compressed, one foot always ready to run. I mean, that's a very deep kind of personal reflection. And in that, it's not an accident that she's crafted that way, because she shows survival at like the purest, most hardcore